Hey guys, Rabbit here, back with another Starcraft Broodwar Remastered cast, and today we have a pro game from 2015 between Killer, who is a Zerg spawning in the bottom left, and Movie, who is our blue Protoss. We are playing on Neo Jade 2.0, I think it is, and as I think I've mentioned before, this game was played in 2015, got this replay from Team Liquid. Alright, so a lot of comments requesting more PVZ, so happy to oblige. I'm actually a huge fan of this particular match for many reasons. I think it's incredibly dynamic. The skill sets required in terms of scouting, spellcasting, and micro for I think both races in this particular match are probably some of the highest in Brood War. So it's a really exciting match. There's a lot of choices in the early game. There's a lot of tech switches. It really is quite a dynamic game. So our professionals playing this game will always create an element of excitement. They tend to be a little bit bold in the way they approach the game based on the fact that they know their opponent's tendencies quite well. At the moment we just have a forward pylon and no scout of any kind. So as I say something like they tend to do bold things, going Nexus first without scouting your opponent, pretty damn bold. Which is what I think this probe's about to do, although he seemed to get confused. But here he comes and bang! Alright, so Nexus first, no scout. Obviously somebody's got a huge pair of balls, or he just knew something we didn't know. So as it turns out, that's absolutely perfect for our Protoss, because Zerg is going hatch first. Hatch and then pool drops. So conventional, very macro orientated openings from both players. And now they're busy scouting each other. I think once the Overlord sees the probe here, if he does, then he's going to know probably where Movie is. If the probe spots the Overlord, he's going to know exactly where Killer is. And here they cross paths. Okay, so he knows now it's cross position. And he's thinking, yay, I've gone cross position, I've got Nexus, Forge, cannon opening. I am very happy with life as Protoss. I think this will probably trigger a pretty early third hatch from Zerg, and here it comes. So that's good. Yeah, so just some other feedback. I've really appreciated a lot of recent comments. I don't appreciate comments for, the obvious reasons, the algorithm and all that shit. I enjoy it because it gives me a lot of feedback on what people are enjoying. It gives me a lot of validation that the casts are of a decent quality. So for all of those that are commenting, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate constructive feedback. Like I've gotten, like, the people watching like to know when the games were played, a little bit about who some of the players are. So I'm definitely going to make a concerted effort to do that. I've been spending a lot of time tagging my replay packs more accurately, researching a little bit about the players. If you want to know a little bit more about the players in the overview part of the game when it's a little bit quiet, do let me know. I'm happy to have a better understanding of some of the history behind the players, the matches, the rivalries, etc. I just think it makes for slightly more compelling viewing. So if you agree, then fantastic. Yeah, just let me know that, and we'll always keep tweaking the product as we go along. Alright, so gas is up, cybernetics core is on the way. I expect we're going to see a Stargate almost immediately as soon as this drops. We've got the gas for it, and there she is. Alright, so a very conventional Forge expand, probably Corsair Zealot type pressure opening we could expect from our Protoss player. The amount of power that this Nexus First gives Protoss to put a very challenging push or timing push on the Zerg third base is really high. So if you're a Killer, you know that around about 7 minutes you should expect some pressure on your third base. You also know that you should be expecting some Corsairs. I see a lair. I don't know what he's going to do with his lair tech yet, and as I say that, down pops the Spire. Okay, so this is kind of the more textbook, most modern, high-level meta for this matchup. So Protoss going Forge Expand, and Zerg going Lair Spire for the purposes probably just for Scourge to block the Corsair harassment. He's using Lings here very smartly to get some vision on the map, and that's really the only reason for the Lings. He's not expecting to break in here, do any damage. This is a very, very tight, nice wall. It's a very nice map to wall in actually, because this spot shouldn't give you any issues as Protoss getting your units out in terms of pathing. You don't need to kill a gateway ladder, you don't need to kill worry about losing your forge at this stage. I think based on the openings, we're not going to see any Hydra pressure initially, although this build is a great catalyst to 5 or 6 hatch Hydra, which as a Protoss player can be very difficult to deal with. That'll trigger you to make sure that you get your storm out and that you start micromanaging your units. So +1 is on the way, we're getting Zealot legs. I expect the Templar tree to come in soon. So the Corsairs are giving our Protoss comfort that he is not going to be dealing with Mutalisks, although he is continuing to produce them, so that was obviously a natural counter to that. So he's seen the Spire, he's seen the open, he's scouted the 3 bases, he knows exactly what his opponent is up to, and he knows what to expect. So what's our Zealot count at now? It's about 4. Here comes number 5. So I think once we see we're on 2 gate production here, probably getting a few more gates in the main now. Can't click on anything. Oh, there we go. It's a bit early in the morning. I don't think all of my stuff is working. There we go. So we're adding a few more gates to go up to 4 gate Zealot production. And the Corsair count is now at 4. And here we go. Alright, so legs have kicked in, +1 has kicked in, and so the harassment on the 3rd base that I said we could be expecting is incoming, although he's just bombing straight into the natural here, which I think is a mistake, and he pulls away immediately and changes direction. I'm 99% sure that he scouted this 3rd. The sunken is in place, there's nothing walling it in here, so they can probably get direct access to the sunken. They're going to get some damage here. This is a pretty good drone drill though. These Zergs are getting, these Zealots are being pretty distracted by various things. The Hydra's also getting some shots off without getting any direct access. I think there's only 3 Zealots left here. The sunken is doing a lot of work, although I don't think the positioning is quite perfect because they can get to it quite easily. The sunken goes down, so he's going to get a few drones here. This is a good early push. Behind this, he's not moving the Corsairs around, which I thought he would probably be trying to do, because it really taxes the Zerg's multitasking. This Overlord is a sitting duck, although, that being said, these Scourge are in pretty good position, so that's probably why he has only done a Zealot push, and simply just moved his Corsairs around. A DT is in play here, though. We have to track this boy. Alright, so the things are running around. I want to keep an eye on this DT to see what he gets up to. I hear a Corsair shooting. Here we go. And the Overlord here is gone. He needs to get the other Overlord, and then this DT is going to be able to do some serious damage. The Scourge are coming in here, though. They're going to get some hits. Oh no, a couple of Corsairs have survived, but there's more Scourge. And one more, and that's going to be the end of this. I don't think he's going to be able to kill this Overlord, so this DT is just going to park here. These Lings may be able to have a crack at him, but he's going to one-swipe them, so he thinks better of it and moves him out. That was really, really good block from Killer. For Zerg players watching this, I think they're all feeling all warm and fuzzy after watching that. Meanwhile, some Zealots coming up here, possibly to try and set up to take a pretty early 3rd. I think once again, the power of the Nexus first really does give Protoss a lot of options in the game really early. I think he's going to go for it, at the very least just starting with a pylon, getting a few cannons going. So the initial pressure from Movie is realizing that he's not going to end the game now. He needs to transition into a bigger macro position before he can probably attack again. Alright, so the Scourge are flying in here to get the scout, gets the gateway count, gets the tech tree, sees that the Corsairs are still building, potentially has a small window to, oh, there's a lot of Lings here though. This is against +1 Zealots. I don't think the Lings are going to be enough, and he pulls away. Yeah, Zealots, when they've been upgraded against Speedlings, are just, you need overwhelming numbers, and he just doesn't have them here. And there's a DT for luck. They kill the probe though. Oh man, that is so annoying. He was just about to drop the Nexus. Every Protoss player in the world is swearing, going, "Ah, come on!" That's his life. Alright, so as I was wanting to say a short while earlier, but we had that little Ling attack that got me excited. There's a little bit of potential for some Mutalisk harassment because there's not a lot of cannons. He's just put one here in the main. And he's got one in the natural, but now the Corsair count is back. So I thought that for a short window of time after he lost all his Corsairs to Scourge, that Mutas would be useful. He's going to go for it anyway. I don't know how much damage is going to get done here. This is probably about 8 or 9 mutas. And then we have 6 Scourge with this. The Zealots are moving out again. I don't think he's going to stop moving out Zealots. While the Hydra count is low, the Zealots will play. That's for sure. I see 2 Hydras coming up, but he's got Lurkers in position. I haven't seen a Robo yet. Here it is here right in front of us. I haven't seen the Observatory with the Robo. I think that would be the plan. He's also got Dragoons in play, and the Scourge are going to... The Mutas are going to be hunted down by the Corsairs. Here's the Observatory as well. So he's pretty ready for Lurkers, and he's got Goons out. Should probably already have range. It's been a really, really crisp game from Movie so far, but this Mutalist Harassment has achieved something very, very powerful. If he can stop this Nexus coming up, that's exactly what he wanted to do. There's only 3 Goons and 1 Corsair here. Obviously the Scourge that came with this party have done some damage. The Zealots that were going to move out have come back. I think they've discovered, oh god, there's Lurkers, and I've got no Observers supporting me, so I need to come back. The Observers are still at home at this stage. Here's one now moving out for the first time. This game is getting really frenetic. The Mutas are doing some damage, and that was the other reason I think why the Zealots moved out. So Protoss needs to consolidate, get his army composition going, get this third properly established, because he's been running around now from pillar to post, not achieving much. I think that was a High Templar that got picked off. A very, very profitable move there by Zerg. Nice storm, but obviously you end up storming yourself as well to some extent. I think the fun with the... Oh, he's killed all the Corsairs though. I was about to say, I think the fun with the Mutas is over, but that's not true. He's doing really beautifully here. There's only 1 Corsair to help, and that's not going to do much. Nice storm there, but a little bit of a dodge, or a lot of a dodge. These are all pretty red, but they're still doing damage, and they get the High Templar. I think the switch into Mutas was good, although now the the Dragoon count is probably going to have reached critical mass. The timing on these storms as they fly by is unbelievably good. I think that'll be the end of the Mutas. And now we can all breathe. 12 minutes of professional PVZ, guys. This is the dream right here. I freaking love this match. I really do. It is just a tricky one to play. Alright, so the Scourge management and the Mutalist management has given Zerg some pretty nice vision on the map. He's got an Overlord, got a Zergling, so he's got vision on this bottom right. I think he's anticipating that Protoss is going to want to do like sort of a 4-base play, and he's also now looking for a push here. Now, where does he go? He's probably not still 3-basing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he is still 3-basing. So Zerg needs a 4th base here soon, because this is equal bases, and that's not good. I think if he holds this, which he's got some Lurkers on the high ground, he's got a lot of Sunkens in pretty good positions, he's going to be okay. And getting them up that ramp is going to be a nightmare. I don't think this is a good place to attack. No High Templars. Excuse me. There's no High Templars with this army, which is weird. Obviously, still a relatively low amount of Hydras, which would be a critical unit if he didn't have any High Templars with his army, because they would just overwhelm. It's kind of like a Ling Muta play, which is fun. The Mutas did good work though initially, and I think that's what Killer's thinking. He's going, well, Mutas haven't steered me wrong so far. Oh my god, this is brilliant! Look at the power of these Lings and the speed with which they're attacking this Nexus. This Nexus is going to go down. They do so much damage so quickly. Zealots are coming in here, and the Nexus does go down. That is a master stroke from Killer. Just a very, very simplistic idea of using Lings to distract the ground units while the Mutas pick off the High Templars. I'm actually just blown away by how effective and how simple that was. That was brilliant play. And there's just more Lings. There's Lings galore. The modern meta, you just see Hydras in this match. You don't see Lings that much until they're cracklings. And Ling Muta is a very, very unique combination. Alright, so the Lings are still moving around. There's more here. He's just making Lings, and he's got Lurkers in sort of a defensive posture. Alright, well that Zealot's been tidied up. This is very, very good. This is a base denial strategy from Zerg, and you don't see this often. The emphasis is on taking bases and defending them as a Zerg player, and then when you reach this sort of critical mass, you just try and overrun your opponent. Killer is double expanded, so he's re-established the lost 3rd and is now taking the 4th. This would really be a great opportunity for sorry, that was Movie I was talking about, not Killer. This would be a great opportunity for Killer to take a few more bases, because he's still only on 3 bases, and this is what's concerning me for him. He's doing really well in this base denial, but he's not taking bases himself. And as Zerg, you don't have another choice. This is the only way you win this match. A little poking here with some zealots, not much achieved. Probe transfer getting caught. There's a lot of cannons here now, and two High Templars in position. I don't think he's going to be able to break this again. And I think he realizes that, so he moves down here, which is not nearly as well established, although he's moving some goons and zealots onto the ramp. This is just frenetic. I mean, the speed with which these guys play. So Killer decides, you know what, I'll put my base down here in the bottom right. Let's see you try and do something about that. So he is progressing in his base count, which is good. I'd like to see him double expand behind this. I think he's in a pretty strong position. He's obviously wary though, overextending himself too much. Because the power of the Protoss when they move out, +3 attack, it's no joke as Zerg. You've got to be ready for it. It's Ling mutas, guys. This is just nuts. There's a couple of Hydras in the composition now, but you don't see this. This is at 16 minutes. You tend to see a progression into Hive Tech. You see Hydras a lot. There's a Dark Archon. I missed an Overlord being killed. Don't know where that happened. Alright, so here come all the Lings. And there go all the Lings. This is just bloody weird. Daryl the Dark Archon's there. I think he's there just to try and hit a maelstrom on a flock of mutas if he is still playing Mutaling. We see some Defilers now, so we are getting the Hive Tech that I was talking about. Ooh man, what a juicy PVZ. So for those of you who don't know, I batch record. So I wake up on a weekend morning and I try and do as many games as I can back to back. And this is the first one of the morning. And it's really juicy, man. It's getting me going here. It's awesome. All right, so I don't know how the hell Killer controls this many units. All these little Lings moving them around, and these Defilers casting spells. It's insane. All right, so is he trying to harass this base, or is he wanting to be in position here to defend any harassment on this base? Another expansion up here, beautifully flanked by lurkers. That is going to be very, very difficult to break. So he's going, stuff it. I'm going to try and go in here, although there are 4 cannons. He's thrown up a Dark Swarm though, which is going to make these cannons a lot less effective. I don't really know what units he has behind us, so it's difficult to see. I can hear the Lings dying. I can hear a couple of Hydra Spines, but that's going to be it. The couple of Lings are still, because of the Dark Swarm, getting a few Dragoon kills. Something is being shot, but it's invincible here. I can't quite see. But it's the Lings, and they're still getting some damage done. We can see the Lings moving, we can see the Defilers, but Storm's going to tidy it up. Damn, Dark Swarm is a powerful spell. Well held, though. Good composure. Overlords are dying aplenty here, and I am not seeing it. I'm hopeless. Ah, here they are. Apologies. Okay, so a nice big flock of Corsairs, meanwhile, is going around wrecking Overlords. Our Zerg player is down to 63 supply. That is really, really tilting. It's going to slow him down a lot. I think he's going to bring in a few Evos, and I heard a Scourge die, so the counter to this is Scourge. He's sending a few to follow this flock of Corsairs. Another Overlord here is potentially not long for this world. I don't know though, with all these lurkers, whether you're going to achieve anything here. This game is frenetic, man. He's got the right units though, but he doesn't. Here's the Observer. Though the Observer doesn't have speed, which I've learned quite recently is a pretty handy spell to have. Anyway, so a couple of lurkers going down. There's only 3 left here. Sending in some Zergling reinforcements. There's a swarm of yellow coming from the bottom. It's all Lings though. Pretty good against Dragoons to be fair, but these Storms are doing incredible work and all the lurkers are being taken out. There's so many Corsairs here now that the Scourge are not even getting shots off. They're all dying before they make contact. I think Protoss is really moving into a dominant position, that they shut this base down. They're just going to have too much macroeconomic power. We're already 170 to 106 at nearly the 20-minute mark, and that's just really, really overwhelming odds for Zerg to come back from. More damage from these Corsairs. These Corsairs are doing really well. I think they have good upgrades. +1/+1. They're doing really nicely and making life really, really hard for our Zerg. Meanwhile, we're taking a 5th base here as Protoss. And as Zerg, the hatch has not died. He managed to hold it off here and has realized that these Corsairs are a major threat. They're just sitting here idle. I think he might get a shot. 1 went off. Oh man, okay, so the Corsair flock is down to about 4. That's good play. I think he needs to keep chipping away. Although there's no Overlord here now, so pardon me. The Spore is doing the detection, so no Overlord required. That was pretty good play from both players spotting that. This game is nuts! Oh, and the Plague has arrived! He even got some Plague on the High Templars, which is pretty bad because they're mainly shields. Moves away from here. Defile is slowing the Protoss down, giving Zerg a little bit of time. Zerg needs some time here to get his macroeconomic power back up again. He's got plenty of hatcheries, but doesn't have enough mining bases. More Protoss harassment down in the bottom right here. This game is frenetic. There's a lot of Hydras here though, so your melee units are not the ones you want to be attacking this base with. And so tidies that up pretty quickly. Guess what? We're gearing up for another attack, guys. Let's go! There's one Ling here, and I think his main purpose is just to see when Protoss tries to take this base. I need to do a base count. This guy's base count is nuts. He's got Reavers here protecting this base. And there is a Reaver on the low... there's a Lurker on the low ground that he's trying to storm, but he just can't get hold of him. How many kills has he got? 2. Okay, so he's picked off a few probes. This is a pretty nice little position, but the Reaver can't see him. Anyway, I wanted to count the bases. 1, 2, find out, 3, 4... 5 mining bases of Protoss. That is terrifying. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 to 5. This Dragoon's like, I'm gonna kill extractors. Woohoo! Alright, so some units being caught in the Lurker crossfire here, and we're gonna have some juicy little fights between this position, the passage that's been cut off here. Oh wow, okay. So we've got some Hydras, boys and girls. Let's go. I think he's after this base. Although there are Reavers here. Reavers are mean. Oh, Scarabs. Ow. Lots of Corsairs coming into the fold as well. I don't know what he wants to do with them. Probably just hunt some Overlords to keep our Zerg player preoccupied. Oh my god, the Scarabs. So much dead Hydra. Ow. Yeah, I don't like the idea of trying to break a Protoss base with 3 caterpillars at it with Hydras. I just see corpses in the future of Zerg. Just lots and lots of corpses indeed. Some more caterpillars here. Freaking caterpillars everywhere, man. What is that? Where is that? This bloody cannon rushing the extractor. That's what happens when your bases are neighbors and other suckers like, no, I will fight back. And I went, I won't fight back. Okay, you can't have any gas, Mr. Zerg. Screw you. Alright, we have a huge Zerg ball just sort of chilling here in the middle of the map. This map is absolutely split. Every single base is taken. Zerg's just taken this base now. So, it's one of those very special games where the entire map is split between the 2 players. Alright, I just bumped my microphone with my hand. Apologies. This is gonna tilt me because I'm hearing an attack, but it's just a cannon killing an extractor. Looks like a bad setup for a joke. So Protoss scouts that the very last mining base on this map is trying to be taken by Zerg. Sending a few zealots here to scout it. These zealots are all gonna die. But he knows now that this is the newest source of income for Zerg. And that is a very important piece of information. Alright, my expectation now, I see drones are dying. Where are drones dying? There's no yellow! How do you expect me to know? Ah, storm drop. Okay, there it was there. Storm drop. I missed it. I missed it. I'm sorry. I'll look better for the next one. Rebuild his drone count pretty quickly though. I think that is the power of... he might not even have to drop. Although just dropping here is pretty easy to do. So this neighborhood harassment is not going to stop. I think he's going to keep cannoning forward here. And he may be, well, be in sight range of some drones, which is just going to be super tilting. Anyway, we're back on even drone count, or worker count. What I was going to say is I expect now both players will just macro up to max armies. Get max upgrades, and it'll just then become a case of massive fights, and micro. That'll be the difference in terms of skill, micro and decision making, in terms of which fights to take, and how to spread the army of the opponent around. So I'm keeping an eye on this base, because this friendly neighborhood watch from the Protoss cannon rush is irking our Zerg friend quite fiercely. Not in range of any cannons yet, so he can mine minerals here safely, but gas is just over. I think, honestly speaking, maybe they should put the gas for this base. Although there is really no other spot. Kinda has to be here. That's just unfortunate, but also adds an extra dynamic to the base. So, the map is interestingly split, because Zerg has the whole bottom. And then you've got this weird little base here, which has still got a little bit of money at it. There's only 2 Reavers and a High Templar here, which is, I mean, it's not easy to break, but it's probably breakable. And then you've got the whole rest of the map, and it's very difficult for Protoss to get units here to reinforce. So maybe if you're Zerg, trying to wipe Protoss out here first would be the way to go, because you're going to start dragging units down and out of position, which could give you a lot of other counter-attack possibilities. So it's going to be very interesting to see what both players choose to do to decide how to win this game. They're both very smart. They both understand exactly where we are in terms of this game, that it's a split map game. And now it's just a case of which bases do you try and pressure, and which fights do you take, and which fights do you try and duck from. Another Spire coming in. He already has a Spire, which makes me think potentially a Greater Spire? He already has a Greater Spire, so I don't understand the need for the second Spire. That's a mystery to me. Unless he wants to double air upgrade, which is possible. Spawn broodlings, we're getting some queens. Okay, so all sorts of interesting ideas coming out of both players. So a little bit of a lull today, or not a little bit of a lull in the game now, as we are gearing up for the big fights. Let's have a look at Hydras are 3-2. The Lings are 3-2. Okay, so 3-2 soon to be 3-3. Going to have a full go. This Overlord's just chilling here. I think Protoss eventually spots that, and his entire flock of Corsairs has come out. I think that's good information though for Killer. He knows how many Corsairs are on the map, and the fact that there are still Corsairs on the map. He's got plenty of, inverted commas, spare Overlords. So at this stage of the game, killing Overlords isn't really going to matter all that much. Ah, the Guardians have arrived. Quite honestly, the crappiest unit in Starcraft. I would love to see how an elite Zerg player uses Guardians. I really would. Probably just to try and crack these bases, because there are cannons and ground defense defended at this stage, and that's all. Okay, well, a bit more Overlord hunting going on here. A lot of them. A lot of Corsairs. Hydra's in here now. I think he's going to try and block with Hydras and not worry too much about Scourge any longer. Ah, helpful. So Guardian just strayed off here and got killed by a cannon. That's tilting. Still can't get this gas mining. He's got some spores now. I think there's a reason why they stopped using this map. There's certainly a couple of nuances to it that make it quite frustrating to play on. Come on, boys! Let's fight! Let's fight! Let's fight! It's nearly 200-200. There's not going to be anything for them to do. I mean, Protoss, who's been playing at over 200 APM the whole games, APM is dropping just because I think there are less things for him to do right now in the game. Storm drop incoming! 1, 2, 3, drop! Stop! Dead drones! Ouch! Has he got another storm? Yes, he does. More dead drones. Very successful. In he comes, out he goes. The assassin has done his thing. Meanwhile, more Corsairs here, doing Corsairy things. Kills Overlords, and yet Zerg's... Okay, so his supply has gone below 200. Oh no, you can't do this, it's not working! He wants to try and get Sunkens to counter so he can mine the gas. But the Sunkens won't come up. Oh, this is so annoying. And he wants to use Parasite so that he has the vision, but that's not working either. Oh, this is turning into probably the most frustrating part of this game for our Zerg player. Horsehair play's been really good throughout. I haven't seen the Dark Archons cast any spells. He's building more of them. Interesting to see why. Dark Archons are good for Maelstrom, which will slow down a big clump of units and then you can storm them to death. Although the unit that Killer seems to want to try and kill maybe with is probably Hydralink. And that's the comp he's going for with some Defiler support. Here's some Zealots that have been donated to Zerg charity. The DTs are just barked off here. Hello! You can't see me! I can't see you! What do we call it? Stalemate. Alright, boys. Just skirmishes at this stage. Another drop coming in. Reavers this time. Ow. Ow. He's gonna have to send units here, otherwise this hatch is gonna go down. Hydras aren't gonna do much against these Reavers. It's a nice Scarab shot. Another one, there's nothing left here. This is nice play. So just going for an harassment type style. The shuttle's not gonna do very well, and here come some cracklings. Although one Scarab killed pretty much all those cracklings, and the Reavers are tidied up. Okay. So interestingly, just an harassment-based approach. Also interestingly, the Reavers that were protecting this base were used for that drop. I don't think that there would be much value for Zerg to try and break this base in terms of the trade. There's not enough minerals here to justify the losses he would sustain in trying to take that base. Meanwhile, a cannon is shooting the extractor. What else is new? Oh my god, look at all the crabs! There's so many guardians here! This is nuts! Oh no! That's why he transitioned into 2 spies so he could do double air upgrades. But this is insane! I mean, he's got so many Corsairs. What is he going to support or flank these guardians with? Is he going to do it with Hydras? He's going to have to. So I think he's going to target this base. All that's happening on the other side of the map is a Zealot's coming here. He's obviously knocked this base down while I was not watching, being a dopal. I think when he knocked away those Reavers, he had enough units to take it. But here comes the revenge! Guardians have arrived! We now need to track the blue that is going to... And I think he's going to spawn broodlings on anything that can be, like a Dragoon, on the way back. So I don't think he's going to try and save this. I think he's just going to sack it. He's transferred the probes that he can out of there, and off it goes. Its base is re-established pretty fast. No issues there. It has been a really tricky situation, keeping track of everybody. And also, unfortunately, because there's an observer in this game, I couldn't change the colors. A little bit difficult to see the blue on the yellow. But I'm not making excuses. We're having a good time. We got Devourers here too. What do Devourers even do? What are they gonna fight? The flock of Corsairs? Where are our Corsairs? Yeah, they are. Okay, so they're just chilling. Okay, so the Devourers are there to slow down the Corsairs if required. And yeah, this is a dead base. But I question the value. Obviously, the next thing will be. Oh my God, we have Arbiters as well. What is this? What is this game? Arbiters, Devourers, we've got hallucinated Arbiters against Guardians. I don't know what they're gonna do. Is he gonna recall? Recall into PVZ, let's go! Beautifully done! Oh, that is so cool. Here come the Queens though, and he didn't really achieve much here because he couldn't recall many units. He called in like 5 goons. That was really anticlimactic, man. What the hell are you gonna do with 5 goons against all these Hydras, Sunkens? Oh no, so much pain. Oh, that was funny though. Oh, this Arbiter, thanks for your help, mate. Bringing in 5 units, good for you. Alright, so Killer is enjoying map control. He's sort of consolidating all his units here in the middle of the map, and that's working pretty nicely for him. Ooh, Corsairs are back doing Corsair stuff. Where did our Devourers go? Nope, they're not going anywhere. All right, so the Lings have arrived. Where is your Defiler? Hello, Defiler, anywhere? There's another fight going on here. That's just defending the Corsair. So let's see if we can break this. We can. I think we're just breaking buildings here, though. There's no value here. There's no minerals to be mined. It's just whittling him down, I guess. Oh no! The Devourers have thrown acid spores. How terrifyingly damaging. That's my sarcastic voice. What a stupid unit Devourers and Guardians are. Anywho. Making them work. Let's go. Where are you? Okay, now Zerg has literally got this entire map. He's split Protoss in half at the top, which is, I think, the plan. And if I was bold enough to make a prediction, I think that Protoss is down to 1 mining base. Zerg has got 3. We include this one coming up again. I think Zerg is going to win. However, the power of the Reavers cannot be denied, and the carriers have arrived because we needed more unit variety in this game. We have not had carriers, we've had Archons, we've had every freaking unit. The Caterpillars are here in force. The Hydras can't even get to them. Look at this pathing. What are you gonna do, Devourer? What? Go away, you're useless. The carriers are going away. The storms are pretty powerful though, but they... Oh, the Hydras and the storms get smashed. And then he maelstроms them too for luck, but he's got nothing to kill them with. Oh, what a game! What a game! This is insane. Carriers, Archons, maelstroms. I don't know why you made Devourers. Why did you make Devourers, Killer? Why? I don't get it. Oh, he's spawning broodlings now. Okay, that's pretty mean. The lurkers have arrived. More spawning broodlings happening. Oh no, he's parasiting them. And now the carriers are getting angry! Don't make the carriers angry! Oh, Daryl, you helpful Devourer. You throw some spores and some interceptors. That'll do nothing. More Reavers have arrived, and how the hell are they going to get to these Reavers? The pathing is a nightmare for Zerg! Oh my god! And then he's maelstrom the Devourers! Look at this scene! Look at this! Look at this fire around these guys! It's nuts! And then he storms his own unit. Oh, he doesn't storm his own units. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. This is beyond exciting. Look at this. Why? Okay. So he is going Devour Town to fight the carriers. But the Reavers are doing so much damage, and he's just not got enough. He cannot position some lurkers just here at the moment. I think that's the plan. Although the Guardians have now come in, and they will just sort of, I guess, be stationed here to take care of the remaining Caterpillars. For those of you that have stuck through this game during the quiet period, well done. This has become so nuts. It's so entertaining. I'm having an absolute blast. Alright, so we've got some Lings over here scouting if he wants that tiny schlutz of money. The little schlutz of money here. This is still pretty healthy. Otherwise, our Protoss has got no money. This is it. We've got 37 probes working in one location. Scourger here patrolling, I don't know why, probably just give him some vision. Alright, sorry, more carrier action and shenanigans. Where are my Devourers? Can they not just go straight? Please give... Scourge! Is it standard so they can't run away any faster? I don't know if it impacts the actual interceptors though. Come on, Daryl the Devourer, do something useful! The Queens, the Guardians... I've never seen this in my life. I've never seen this. I have to call this video Killer tries to beat movie with Queens, Devourers, and Guardians. Because no one would believe me. They'd be like, oh, Rabbit, you and your damn clickbait titles. Mate, it is truth! And there's carriers, and there's arbiters, and there's lots of Reavers, and the Reavers have been really fantastically effective, to be fair. Alright, come on! Come on, I'm keeping an eye on another recall. Make one count this time. You and your goddamn Corsairs. If I'm Zerg, I'm like, dude, I'm over this now. We've been playing for 40 minutes. Why do you have to keep killing my overlords? You're just so mean. He is pretty mean. That's good. Dead overlord. And he's recalled a whole swag of carriers as well. So he's going to kill this base. There's a lot of drones here. He's got, I don't think he has any chance. He'd have to move all of his units from there. Here come the Devourers though. So this is a great way to prove my theory that Devourers are honestly the most useless thing in StarCraft. Let's go. Let's see how you fare against 8 carriers, Mr. Devourer. Go, go, go. And there's Corsairs here to wreck your life. And Scourge. This is one hell of an aerial fight. Come on. Where are you going? The mutas have arrived. The Scourge. Did the Scourge kill the carriers? They must have done. Oh my god, Scourge power! Boom! Dead carriers. Wow, what a move that was. Say, the Devourers are a diversion. They're called diversioners because they just flew there, did nothing, and flew home. The Scourge were the heroes. And the Corsairs got out of dodge. I think some of the carriers might have also run away. I was just in all that freneticness. It's hard to keep track of where all these units are going, but it is nuts. Alright, so the hatches are dead. We need some new hatches, but we've only got 122 minerals. So our Zerg player is in strife, and our Protoss player, knocking down these 2 hatches, has actually reduced him to one really low mining base, and that is about it. So he's not producing anything. It's 188 versus 152. So this remains a bit of a stalemate. He's still got some money going here. What a game! Oh, he's Maelstrom them again! Guardians around the fire, and poof! Dead Guardians! Oh, that was funny. Man, this game has given me potential for cool thumbnails. I'm going to have to maybe make 4 thumbnails in one. They could probably all contain Maelstrom. Maybe one with a recall, one with carriers, one with a Maelstrom, and one with a bunch of Devourers with their tails between their legs. More carriers have arrived! And this time the Devourers did do some useful shit. I'm so sorry, I wasn't watching. Where the hell is the Interceptors going? Look at this! The carriers have died, so the Interceptors go back to other carriers? Did you know that StarCraft worked like that? I did not know that. I've just learned something. So you kill carriers with Interceptors out, and they go into other carriers. That is insane. And really cool. Dude, I did not know that. I have to stop speaking like this. I am fine. Alright, so he's knocked down this again. He has an Ultralisk cabin. I've not seen an Ultralisk, so that's just interesting. Whew. The oxygen in my lungs. Humping! I just see this Devourer and I just laugh. What's up over here for? You want to see where they're going? Yeah, maybe if you clump them, they can one-shot something. Perhaps that's the thinking. I'm going to give, and there's a lot of queens eating up a lot of supply. Oh, he's spawning broodlings on the High Templars to cut down the storms. That's clever. Alright, so we've got a really scary looking group of Corsair carrier here. And the Dark Archons. I think that's probably going to give it to Protoss, if I'm very honest. I just don't think there's enough money, and with the money that Zerg can still mine, he's not going to create any units that can kill the Protoss. The Protoss here is so fortified, it's ridiculous. Did he Maelstrom he mind controlled a lurker to kill himself? That is insane! Oh my god, look at this! Now he's gonna bring units back to kill his lurker that was his. Now he's gonna bring his brother Barry to kill Larry. Oh, Larry's dead. Good job, Barry. That was insane. Very smart. The creativity of these players is just out of this world. Oh my god, these carriers are having a spasm because they're being cloaked by arbiters. It's your standard carrier, arbiter, Dark Archon versus Devourers, Queens, and Guardians, I think. But they're all dead. They're the most useless unit in the world. Okay, carriers have arrived, and some disruption web, because we haven't had enough variety in this game. Disruption web, queens, devourers, carriers, every freaking thing. I don't know what the queens are supposed to be doing. Come on, devourers, do something useful. Okay, so the fending off the interceptors slow down with the spores. Okay, that does make sense to me. I see the value, but they're not able to actually hit the body of the carriers. Where are you going? You are needed here. Do you want to go like knock out the production now, maybe? Forces are going here to defend this. Okay, we're all splitting up. What are we splitting up for? I don't know what he's doing. Moving all his units to move them all back? That doesn't make sense. Nice and snare on the Corsairs, and I think that's going to mean these Corsairs are going to be a few fewer. He chases them down with the Devourers now. These Corsairs will be gone entirely, which will be very helpful because they've been bloody annoying all game long. Okay, he hasn't got them all. They're a little slow and a little bruised, but they're still going strong. Alright, 185 for Protoss, 133 for Zerg. What mobile units does Protoss have to kill our Zerg with? He's got a lot of Dark Archons, which can't really kill anything. They can slow you down. The High Templars can storm what they slow down with, like Maelstrom and stuff like that. We've got carriers. Okay, so it's quite clear. Protoss has to win with carriers. And Zerg has to defend with Devourers, which is probably why we're in a little bit of a stalemate. Because neither player wants to lose the game. But by the same token, they're mining from this final base. He's not actually producing anything as we speak, he's just building 2 spores. Here goes 1 Corsair. I think he's reduced the Corsair count now to virtually nothing, and now he might just go for it, whatever that means. Maybe try and take on these carriers. I've never seen this many spores in one place. It is insane. This is like the outpost of Zerg. Let's go. That's all he's been spending his money on, is just fending off these carriers when the time comes. Killing your own gateway? You can get your Dark Archons out? Okay, that makes sense. You might have to kill something else. I think they're still a bit stuck. Ah, he's out, alright. So he's clearing a path. Looks like Protoss is going to move out onto the map. Let's get something done. So let's put our hands together. We've got Corsairs, we've got Dark Archons, we've got some High Templars, we've got some carriers. We've basically got the remainder of Zerg's army, and we are going to take this base. He's got an observer here, and he's going to mind control the lurker. Mind control the lurker. He's done it already. Lurker's busy killing the spores. Okay, so he's mind control the lurker. The lurker's on his team. Let's go. Apologies. Alright, so he's now spawned broodlings. Bloody broodlings. He's spawning broodlings galore here. Where are these queens? There they are. Oh my god, the broodling power! He's charged up so much energy, so he's just able to keep spawning broodlings out of the High Templars. This is so tilting for Protoss. You can't spawn broodlings out of Dragoons, I think. You can only do it out of the DTs. Once you see the DT, it becomes a broodling. Unless you just kill him. That works too. Dead Dragoon! Another dead Dragoon! I don't think Protoss is going to be able to break here. And he can't trade. Nobody can trade. They're all out of money. Alright, so there's another dead High Templar. These Dark Archons are sort of slowly whittling down, although there's a lot of them. What is even going on here? Oh, dead queen! Oh, another dead queen. I love the death noise of a queen. It is righteous. Oh, dead carrier noise. 172 versus 134. Protoss has no money left. Zerg has virtually no money left. So this game has to come to an end now with this big fight for this area. Although, why fight here? Guess that's where the units are? I don't know. Difficult to say. There's nothing on the ground. There's nothing on the ground. What is happening? Oh, there's 2 lurkers. Oh, there's a lot of scourge, but they didn't kill the carrier. All that gas is gone, so he's got no gas left. He cannot remake. He's got 6 hydras in the production tab, and that's the end of his money. Build some lings or something, maybe. Up! More mind control. Whoop, whoop. What noise that? Unless it's another spell like feedback. Disruption webs incoming, but there's too many spawns here. I think he must have mind controlled these lurkers because they're killing his own spores again. Oh, he doesn't have any solution to stop this. He has to kill his own lurkers, but he can't see them. He's got an overlord here, so he can see them, but he doesn't have any units to kill it. There we go. Killing his own lurkers with Lay. I love the mind control. It's been so well done. Okay, so he's kind of just patiently moving in on this position. Still has the Dark Archon, still has the carriers, just kind of not losing any units. If he needs to have detection here for when the Arbiters come into play, the Spores are probably still doing the job there, so that's not really... The Arbiter's not really doing much or making much of a contribution. The ranged attack of the Goons with the High Templar just in the pocket here is very helpful, although, okay, it's obviously not enough energy for a spawn Broodlings, otherwise that High Templar would be Broodlings. Nice storm there. So the carriers are feeling a little bit more confident going forward. The the Reavers that have just kind of been chilling are close enough to the action for when they're required. I think this is going to be the last throw of the dice for Killer, bringing in these Devourers, and they have to target down these carriers because that's probably the biggest remaining threat if he finds a way to deal with the handful of Dragoons that are wrecking the space for the time being. But he's not doing anything with them, they're just standing there. I do not understand the benefit of Devourers, I really don't. This whole game, like, what do they do? He mind-controlled Zerglings! Desperate times, man. Desperate times. 2 Scourge are on the way. Good gracious me. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Look at all these Devourers. There's so many of them. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the day? Is this the day the Devourers shine? Prove what they're made of. Prove Rabbit wrong. Show me the Devourers are valuable. Show me. I want to see it. Do something! He just maelstrom them all and storm them into oblivion! No! The Devourers were supposed to have their day. They have had not. But they're out of the maelstrom. They didn't all die. Do something useful! Alright, so they've slowed down. Maelstrom them again. And he's frozen! Stasis Maelstrom combo. What even is this game? This is so many spells in one go. It's insane. I don't know what the Devourers have done. 93 to 116. What a game. So the Devourers are still having a full crack here. Go after the carriers. Okay, you're going to go into cannon range. Maybe don't. Look at this. Look at this game. What is this? Okay, the Reavers got picked off for free. That was actually a really good catch by Zerg. This game is so close. So close. Oh! Another Maelstrom. The sound is beautiful. The wears off pretty fast. Gotta make it count. There's an Archon. Hey, brothers! You are my dark brethren. I am the lighter of the 2 Archons. Let's go do some damage. 1 mineral. 1 mineral is what Protoss has got left. That is what you call spending your money, boys and girls. And I don't think our Zerg has got anything left. He's attacking with drones. Let's go. Excuse me. Couple of carriers still here. No interceptors for them though. I think that is going to probably be killing lava. That's sad. So many dog. Here comes a caterpillar. Yay! Have you got any scarabs in you? 4. You got 4 scarabs and a dream. Make them count, George. Oh, okay, killed the lair with it. Nice. I think our Zerg just has a GG here, unless he has some secret plan that he hasn't told me. Okay. I think he's going to storm! When I say storm, he's going to try and kill the remaining carriers. And keep doing his spawn broodlings with these freaking queens. If you're gonna do something, you better do it soon! Oh, the Reavers are running out of scarabs. Ah, he's got none left. Okay, so that Reaver's actually just a shell now. Where are you going? Okay, we're flanking. Let's go, let's be a flanker. Come on. Come on. It's Archon. How many kills have you got? You're like the hero Archon that rocks up here at the end of the game and gets 15 kills. What a champion. He has to have something he wants to try and do, otherwise he would have just GG'd already. What is that thing you want to try and do? Tell us! Tell us! The space is now dead, and Protoss is now long distance mining from it. Get some more money. Ah, Solitary Guardian has arrived to join the party. Hello, Solitary Guardian, how are things? Yeah, looking pretty shitty in Zergland, indeed, yes. Dead drone! Dead drone! Dead drone! Obviously with the minerals from the long distance mining, our friend Ronald the Reaver has got some scarabs. And so that's that. I don't understand. Somebody in the comments who has watched this game, please tell me why anybody would build a Devourer. Devourers have done absolutely jack. This has got 1 kill, got 1 kill, 2 kill. What did you kill? An interceptor? Well done. I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. Just don't get it. So it's been a pretty quiet end to what has been an incredibly exciting game. Done some more mind control. There you go. Some mind control, some Devourers, so they kill each other. And that's the end of it. A little bit disappointing, I think, that Killer stayed in the game for as long as he did. He's gone GG, but the game itself actually hasn't ended, so one of the players still hasn't left. Probably just exhausted. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was an incredible PVZ. If you enjoy all kinds of... try again, I'm a little bit flustered. All the excitement, man. If you enjoy Variety Brood War and enjoyed this game, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Rabbit Roo, I'm here on a regular basis, and I will see you soon. Ciao for now.